Yaoyao is Genshin Impact's first Dendro healer, which will open up a ton of new team combinations for many players. She is a polearm user who mainly scales off of HP, making her quite friendly to build. Yaoyao's elemental skill, Raffinous Sky Cluster, has her calling on a special device known as Yuegui, throwing mode. This device will toss White Jade Radishes at enemies and allies, dealing Dendro damage to foes while healing any characters within the same explosion radius. If a radish does not hit either an opponent or a character, the radish will remain where it is and explode on contact with a character or opponent, or just detonate by itself after being on field for 5 seconds. The device's targeting priorities are as follows. If all nearby characters have more than 70% HP, Yuegui will throw radishes at the enemies. And if any nearby characters have less than 70% HP remaining, Yuegui will prioritize throwing radishes at the character with the least amount of HP. If no opponents exist nearby, Yuegui will throw to the nearest ally characters regardless of HP values. A maximum of 2 Yuegui devices may be active at a time, and each Yuegui throwing mode device has a 10-second duration. The elemental skill has a 15-second cooldown. To note, one of Yaoyao's Ascension talent upgrades her White Jade Radish's explosive healing properties, giving additional continuous healing every second for 5 seconds to affected characters. The healing amount for this buff is based off of 8% of Yaoyao's max HP. Yaoyao's Elemental Burst, Moon Jade Descent, unleashes Yuegui's full potential, putting Yaoyao in an Adepto Legacy state for a time. While in the Adepto Legacy state, Yuegui's White Jade Radish's damage will be considered Elemental Burst damage, and the scaling of Yuegui's healing and damage will be based on the Elemental Burst talent level. While in the Adepto Legacy state, Yaoyao gains increased Dendro resistance and a 15% movement speed bonus. Additionally, a new device known as Yuegui Jumping Mode will be summoned from Yaoyao's position at a quick interval until 3 devices are active on the field. Each device behaves the same as her elemental skill, otherwise known as Yuegui Throwing Mode, and will have a 5-second duration. It is important to note that this Adepto Legacy state will end when Yaoyao leaves the field or 5 seconds have passed. It has a 20-second cooldown and an energy cost of 80. She also has an Ascension talent that is activated while in Adepto Legacy state. White Jade Radishes will constantly be thrown at enemies once every 0.6 seconds from Yaoyao's position whenever she is sprinting, jumping, or running. So, to get the most out of her burst, you're going to be unable to swap out for 5 seconds. Yaoyao's healing may not be as consistent as some of the other units in this game, but she has some good burst healing potential while being able to fulfill a very nice niche for the many new offensively oriented characters like Nahida, Alhaitham, Nilou, Sino, and Tignari, who are all thirsting for good Dendro partners, with Dendro main DPSs especially wanting a partner who can utilize 4-piece D-Wood Memories' Dendro Shred properties. As a healer, Yaoyao can really fit in any team and will probably be seeing her around very often in many different team comps. Yaoyao also has some potential as a reaction driver, but is outclassed by other Dendro characters. But who cares, because Genshin is not a competitive game. If you love Yaoyao, play as her. If you are interested in pulling for Yaoyao, what team were you thinking of placing her in? Let us know in the comments below, and if you've been having a good time so far, support this channel by giving this video a like and consider subscribing for more content like this. Thank you. Yaoyao's best artifact sets are as 4-piece Tenacity of the Millilith gives Yaoyao a nice HP % bonus while allowing her White Jade Radishes to provide an additional attack buff to her team whenever Yaoyao deals damage. If your current team composition does not have a Noblesse user, Yaoyao can also be a good user of 4-piece Noblesse Oblige, giving Yaoyao's Elemental Burst better damage while also providing a 12-second attack buff to your entire team. Yaoyao does not fit the best with the 4-piece passive because her Elemental Burst cooldown is 20 seconds, giving you an 8-second downtime on this attack buff. An alternative healing set for Yaoyao can be the 4-piece Maiden's Beloved, which amps up her healing properties, or a more offensive version of this, the Ocean Hued Clam, which turns her healing into physical damage. As mentioned earlier, 4-piece D-Wood Memories allows Yaoyao to shred Dendro resistances for her team while increasing her Dendro damage. Use this on Yaoyao if you plan on running a dual Dendro comp. And if you want to main Yaoyao as a DPS or main driver, 4-piece Gilded Dreams and 4-piece Paradise Lost would be the artifact set for you, depending on what your team makeup looks like. Artifact substats to focus on for Yaoyao is HP %, Energy Recharge, and Elemental Mastery. For Sans, I would go with HP or Energy Recharge depending on your substats. Yaoyao mirrors her Archon's weapon choice, with Staff of Homa being her best premium option. Staff of Homa of course provides a ton of bonus HP, an attack bonus that scales off a character's HP, and crit damage as a substat. It also provides a kick-ass passive where the user gets an additional attack bonus that scales more heavily off of the user's HP when they are below 50% HP. A mighty weapon, but probably better suited if you plan on maining Yaoyao or have no other polearm characters who can utilize the Staff of Homa. Her second best in slot is the Black Tassel, a 3-star polearm that provides an abundance of HP from the weapon's substat. It has a crappy passive, But hey, between this and the Staff of Homa, no other polearms provide HP as a substat. Alternative options for Yaoyao includes the Favonius Lance, which provides Yaoyao with an energy recharge increase and more consistent energy generation thanks to the passive, helping her burst uptime. Moonpiercer provides elemental mastery and has a Dendro-centric passive that Yaoyao can utilize. And lastly, Kitan's Cross is a mix of Favonius Lance and Moonpiercer, giving elemental mastery as a substat and a passive to help generate more energy for Yaoyao. Yaoyao's constellations are as follows. Constellation 1 provides an upgrade to the White Jade Radishes. When White Jade Radishes explode, active characters within the AoE will gain 15% Dendro damage bonus for 8 seconds and have 15 staminas restored to them. This stamina restoration can be triggered once every 5 seconds. This constellation is great. Constellation 2 provides an additional 3 energy to be restored to Yaoyao whenever she damages an enemy with her White Jade Radishes while in her Adeptal Legacy state. This form of energy restoration can occur once every 8 seconds. Constellation 3 provides 3 talent level to Yaoyao's elemental skill. Constellation 4 gives Yaoyao elemental mastery based on 0.3% of her max HP for 8 seconds after using her elemental skill or elemental burst. The maximum amount of elemental mastery that can be gained from this is 120. Constellation 5 provides 3 talent levels to Yaoyao's elemental burst. Constellation 6 causes Yuegi's third Throne Radish to become a Mega Radish that has an increased explosion radius, deals AoE Dendro damage based off of 75% of Yaoyao's attack stat, and restores HP to active characters based on 7.5% of Yaoyao's max HP. Essentially, it does more damage than the max talent level of her elemental burst. Every Yuegi can throw a maximum of 2 Mega Radishes per instance. Overall, Yaoyao is an interesting character. She does not seem to be amazing at healing or at dealing damage like the first generation of 4-star characters. Her main draw though is her exclusivity as a Dendro healer for now, and that's a strong draw. Dendro is an amazing element with further support still to come, and even without any absurdly strong parts to her kit, Yaoyao is sure to find a home in many different teams. Strong partners for her include Alhaitham and Nahida, and if you're interested in seeing how their kits synergize with Yaoyao, check out these build guides, link on screen right now. My name is Varsona, and I'll see you next time.